Well, I was on a live. I was doing a live, and then all of a sudden it says my phone overheated. So the iPhone 15 Pro Max overheated, just like that. I don't know. I don't know. I want to bring it back and get my money back because it's useless, pretty much. So I don't even know what I was talking about earlier, but I for sure enjoy doing these videos and talking about bringing awareness about our culture. Whenever and wherever I see something that I think is interesting, I cannot wait to share it with you guys because I know Cleveland is 70 miles away. Oh my gosh. Yeah, on my way to Cleveland and it's 70 miles. So I have to 7 miles, about 90 kilometers. Hello, whoever's watching, welcome. Please let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have a question or if you just oh, I like the topic. Peace and love and unity, man. Like Bob Marley said, Africa unite. Africa unite. Do you guys know that a lot of English that I learned in the late 90s, and I learned a lot from listening to Bob Marley. But a lot of time when Bob Marley sings, he used a lot of slang, a lot of patois, a lot of Jamaican words that are not in the dictionary. So man, it was so hard to understand some of this stuff until I came to New York and I met Jamaican people and I asked them, Jamaican people, can you tell me what Bob Marley is saying here? All right. And when I met the Jamaican people, I learned that they use the word nyam, just like we use nyam in Fulfulde. We say nyam is like it means to eat. Jamaican also they say nyam, nyam steak, nyam doubles. You know they have this way called double, nyam double, nyam oxtail, nyam steak. That's how they say it. Um, yeah. So so I learned a lot from listening to music, and that goes to say that if you are interested in learning Fulfulde language, or if you just like Fulfulde culture, a way to ease into the language is by listening to the music and trying to maybe figure out what the songs are saying. Onani bandirabe, sago modon, mi won Suleiman Jallo mo Jalanta Jaido. Yeah, the phone overheated. Hello, my brother. You, inshallah. Hello, 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 hello. Yes, let me know where you guys are joining from. It would be cool to know where everybody's joining from. But the Fulfulde man, we have to the same way we took care of the cows. La seule façon dont on a pris soin de ces animaux, de ces vaches, c'est de cette façon on doit prendre soin de notre langue, le Fulfulde. It's the same way that we should take care of our language, the Fulfulde language. On nani na sakirabe bandirabe. Oh, mi wari joro do fam yota na on yewtere Fulfulde. You know, um, I think one of the Bob Marley songs said, if you know where we're going, we know where we're coming from, and we know where we're from, we know where we're going. So if you don't know where you're from, you wouldn't know where you're going. So that's why. And my good friend Cisse from Maryland, he's from Niger also. He did his DNA test and he said that he's I don't know 13% North African. So here is the proof that the Fulbe has some mixture with Arabs, and he had 7% European. Yeah, so we have a mix, and I'm gonna do my own DNA test, and I'm gonna open it live on one of these channels. And that day, I'm gonna do it live on both Facebook and YouTube, and I'm gonna open it, and we will read it together, and I will be knowing the same at the same time as you guys. But listen, man, if you have a question, let me know. Ghana, man, I love Ghana. Sule Mutalib. Mutalib, okay. I thought it was Sule Muntari. I know you guys have Suleiman Muntari. But I love people from Ghana, man. They're the nicest people on earth. You meet a guy from Ghana, they always say, please, sir, please, sir, please, sir. You ask a guy from Ghana, you say, what's your name? He said, my name is Sule, sir. Or he said, my name is Sule, please. You ask a Ghana guy for direction. You say, how do I go to the Carnegie Hall in New York? He will say, this way, please. It's like, what is the please for? But yeah, glad you came across my channel. I'm from North Carolina, but called Illinois home. Okay, Chicago. North Carolina. My brother lives in North Carolina. He's in Durham, North Carolina, and I like that area because they have great universities. Wherever there's some knowledge, I like to be around knowledge. Yeah, North Carolina is good. I like the weather there too. It's very nice. But Illinois, I hope you're not in Chicago because I heard in Chicago in the winter they have to take the polar bear and put them indoors at the museum. So it's so cold. Even the polar bear cannot handle it. I'm from the Sahara desert. I'm from the Sahel. I don't do cold. I don't. I hibernate like what do you call that little thing? The beaver, you know? Yes, Ghana, like I said, Ghana is good, man. I'm gonna come to Ghana, inshallah. Say Allah Jamiya and Ghana. Me a Fulbe Ghana. Okay. I'm gonna come and visit Fulbe Ghana. Take pictures, make videos. I'm a great videographer, by the way, man. If you don't know it, you should know it from now. If somebody have a good idea for documentary, man, I'm your guy, man. Let's do a documentary on Fulbe. You know? Abdul Mumuni Jallo Mojalanta Jaido from Ghana. Oh man, now it's a Ghana time. Before the video I was doing before my phone get overheated and freeze. And here's the sheriff. Sheriff always on the highway give you tickets. That's how they make money because they don't have enough. So earlier it was Fulbe Guinea, but now it looks like it's Ghana and Nigeria is in the house. Saleh Muhammad Al Hajj. Saleh Muhammad Al Hajj sounds like a Sudanese name, but hey, Pulo Nigerian. Nigeria Akumodon. Nukude. Wadon Jeti Allah. When I man coming to Ghana, send me invitation, man. I will come to Ghana. I will make good videos. I'll talk to Fulbe. Miara Kosam. Cham. Bagam. Danajam. Beldam. You know, Alpandu. Fahana Sese. Can you give me the lady Ghana? You guys have good cows there. You guys have good cows. Onjara Bandam. Flex up. What are we flexing, man? What are we flexing? Let's flex it. I don't got nothing to flex, but I can flex my full day. Let me flex some full day to you. Gabu mango ngapu elana maka ngapa. Gabu mango ngapu awofi ngati ngapiti lana maka ngapa na lana maka ngapa awofi ngapiti. Gabu mango ngapu. There we go. That's flexing the full day language. Not Chicago, Southwest Illinois. Okay, called O'Fallon. Okay, O'Fallon. All right, I don't know where that is. I never been to Illinois. I mean, I went to the airport, but I never been to Chicago itself. Because again, I heard it's so cold. But it must be a city of culture. And I know the stock exchange started there, right? The Wall Street stuff. The Chicago stock exchange is older. And I know that because I used to do finance, accounting, and all that nonsense. This guy's funny. Which guy is funny? Show me the guy who's funny. Abdul Mumuni. Jallomo Jalanta Jaido. Abdul Mumuni, you said you're from Nigeria, right? What state are you from in Nigeria? I'm funny. I used to do comedy, man. If you go on YouTube, you search Sule at the stand, you'll see comedy. You'll see me making fun of Niger, of myself, basically. So I like comedy. Of course, I like comedy. Yeah. Saleh, that's good. It's a pleasure, man. But I was talking about earlier how they come and they marry Fulbe Rebe. Bodube, because Rebe we have Fulbe, we have beautiful, the most beautiful women in Africa, man. And I can attest to that, you know, because I travel a little bit. So we have beautiful women. And so when they marry this beautiful woman, they tell them, do not speak Fulfulde to my child. And that's how you see a lot of people in Nigeria, in Niger, they say, Inna amu pullo, amma min komi wawa fulfulde. My mother is pullo, but I don't speak fulfulde. Ni bahaushe dai ne ina zi. Ka gane ko? Ban ji fullanci ba kai ko kadan. Ba ni ji fullanci ko kadan. Ka gane ko? To yawa. You understand? So, yeah, I got a call, but I'm not picking it up because I'm with my bandirade. Or I'm with my bandirade. So that's what they do. And that's why our language is disappearing slowly by slowly, slowly by slowly. And I'm sure somewhere in Senegal also, Seni Wolof Pani, Hapani Pulo Debo, Funo Pulo Debo Pati Hal Fulfulde, Kala Wolof. And that's how you see Fulbe in Senegal say, Nyanga def Mangifi, Nyanga Sunungunda Mungindala, Jacob Bekar Jacob, Jacob Jikum Jokur. On Nanina? So that's what it is. And you see Fulbe in Niger saying, Matarango ban samai wallahi before they know I Koinodi. They have the Fulfulde accent, but they don't even really speak Fulfulde. And you see the Fulbe in Nigeria saying, Yazune mguna tai ko gobene muntai. So yeah, so we have to take care of our language the same way we took care of our cows, man. We really have to. No matter what, no matter what, you know. I can listen to this voicemail, people. This is interactive. If somebody wants to join live and say hey to the people and have a conversation, I'm open to that. Sule Mutalib, your father is Fulani from Nigeria, but I didn't grow up with him, so I didn't understand Fulfulde. Allahu Akbar. Pulo Nigeria ye Ghana, Otawi ni do Ghana, Ohebi ni do Ghana, Ujuwi ne di Nigeria. Sule, Sule Mutalib, are you there? That's good, man. I mean, you just have to keep going, man. Keep being curious. Just be curious. If you're curious, you're gonna know this language someday. It's not that hard, especially if it's already in your DNA. It's in your blood. It's not that hard. You can do it. You can do it. According to your African DNA result, the people of my mothers are Fulbe from Guinea, Bissau. Okay, interested in learning the language. Okay, that's good. I just talked to a friend from Guinea Bissau also. I have his WhatsApp contact. So if you want me to share his WhatsApp contact with you, if you don't have any Guinea Bissau contact, I'll share it with you. I think he lives in the Netherlands, but he's Pulo Guinea Bissau. So he may be related to you, my friend. LB. See you soon. What's LB see you soon mean, man? Okay, Sule Muntari, you are here. Yeah, so Ghana is a great place. Do you live in Accra or you live in Kumasi or where do you live? Kundele usumana dai nyagaran mili midai amadwali no dimiton yamam said afamihalane. Olo chagaran dai jamam said afamihalane. Uipendo maya udeye ma. You know what's interesting, right? The most interesting thing about languages is not only just speaking the language, but singing in different languages, man. That's the most amazing thing, man. You know, that's the most amazing thing. Accra is good. Accra always remind me of okra, and I love okra, so I expect to eat a lot of okra when I go to Accra. See, I like to play with words, okra and Accra. It rhymes very nicely. Yeah. I have a friend also in New York. His name is Abu Shibe. I think his ancestors are from Niger. He speaks Bahaushe, and he's in Ghana. He may be Fulani because he looks like Fullo, but he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. He's a hustler. He's a big hustler. He got a lot of money now. I like that very much. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Definitely, I'll link the two of you together, and you can talk to your full man. And this is the beauty of this thing, man. Like connecting people. It's all about connection. Like, why is Facebook big today? Because they connect everybody. Why is Google so good today? Because they connect everybody. Why is YouTube, or why is, I mean, YouTube is Google. Why is LinkedIn the biggest network on earth today? Because they connect everybody. So that's why it's good as full. We connect with each other. We share the knowledge, man. We share the knowledge. And that's what I'm about. I don't know, and I don't pretend that I know. But what I can see is that what I know, I will teach. All right. And then you can take it and use whatever is good for you, and whatever you don't like, you just throw it away. If you like my fulfill the lesson, you learn something from it. If you learn one word or two words, that's it. I'm happy. You know. If you like my fulfill the singing that doesn't make sense, that's it. You laugh. If you like my comedy, my fulfill the comedy, you just laugh. That's sometimes what. But again, you know, we have to stay connected with our brothers. We have to have a network of solid football brothers, organize event, and portray and show the beauty of the culture. Because I was saying in the other video that I was doing previously before my phone overheated and got shut off, the greatest thing that the American did, that America as a country did, is convincing the rest of the world that this is the greatest place, even though it may not be the greatest place. What they did great advertising, great marketing to portray themselves as the best country. And then on the beside that, they have, you know, the military to also support or to enforce whatever they're saying. But fully, we have to also connect, build a huge community, and promote our culture, our values, so that we don't disappear, we don't perish, we don't disappear, we don't get absorbed by the other ones. You know. And now, thank God, technology made it really easy. Technology made it very, very easy to do all of that. And that's why I can sit in a car driving to Cleveland and talking to, you know, 3 4 people from Illinois, from Gambia, from Nigeria. You know, technology made that easy. So let's take advantage of that. What you know about Pullo, you use. What you know about Pullo or Fulfulde, teach it. And what you don't know, you ask. Always ask, man. Like I was saying earlier, Amadou Hampateba. If you don't know Amadou Hampateba, you have to Google him. If you like full culture, Fulani culture, you have to know and learn about Amadou Hampateba, because he wrote a lot extensively. He was born in 1900, and he died in 1991. So he was 91 years old when he died. And he was the ambassador of Mali in Ivory Coast. And he wrote a lot about before independence, the culture value, the value of Fulbe. One of his most famous book is not Lavater of the Vie, L'étrange destin de Wangrin, you know, the strange destiny of Wangrin. I don't know how they call it in English, but that's the French version. But all his books are also translated to English. And then he has also Amkulel l'enfant Peul, Amkulel the Fulani child, very good book also. I think it's like an autobiography. And I read it. It's like 500 pages. It's a lot. But I read it in the 90s, and I was thinking someday I would tell somebody about it. You know, so Google Hampateba. So Hampateba, why am I mentioning Hampateba? Hampateba said, "Le curieux peut être agaçant, mais il ne mourra jamais ignorant." The curious man or the curious mind can be so annoying, but he will never die an ignorant person. You know, in a flex up, Jarama flex up. So if you're curious, you could be annoying people, you know, but you would know, man, because they will tell you just to get rid of you, to get you off the back. So be curious about Fulfulde, be curious about Fulani language, and dig deep and research. I mean, I learned that there's a lot of research in Nigerian university, and they even teach Fulfulde in Nigerian university. Maybe I should go there and take a class or something, so I know how to learn Fulfulde, because one of the feedback is that I'm spelling things wrong, and people are not happy about that. But I'm like, I'm not on the YouTube channel to teach people how to spell Fulfulde or how to read Fulfulde. That's not the aim or the main mission of the thing. My main mission is just to teach what I know, and I know Fulfulde, and I'm passionate about Fulfulde. So I just want to say, I just want to teach something about Fulfulde. It could be anything, you know. Ampateba, no mari hakillo sanne yes ampati ba no mari hakillo sanne wallahi ma mari hakillo. And I read his book, I listened to him, I watch YouTube videos, and that's the other thing. There's videos of interviews of Hampateba on YouTube, but it's in French. But God made it that this Pullo can speak both French and English somewhat decently. I can understand these languages, so I can translate the interviews into English for people, so that we can all learn from our ancestors, from our forefathers, from our elders. Really, he's not even as elders. He died in the 90s. Yeah, so I can do a translation. It was going to take a lot of work, and that's why sometimes I said, if you can support me, please support me, because it's a lot of work. Like, to sit and translate an hour of video into English is going to take me like all day, or like 2 days, or like a whole week, depending if I have to leave it and come back to it. But I think it's necessary. It's necessary. It's really necessary that we have to do our part. And I was talking about the colibri bird. If you guys know what the colibri bird, honestly speaking, Fulani have unique physical features. At a glance of the person, you will instantly know Fulani in their DNA. Yes, 100%. 2 days ago, on Sunday, not 2 days ago, but on Sunday, during the Eid, I went to Columbus to do my Eid, to kill my little my lamb, and then I saw Pullo, and I spoke to him in Fulfulde, and he looked at me and he smiled, and he knew that I knew that he was Pullo, and he was Pullo Guinea, Pullo Guinea. He was a Ba, Pullo Jamited Ba. I think his name was Amadou Wuri Ba. He was Pullo Guinea. So yeah, whenever you see Pullo, you know he's Pullo. You will know there's something about that. You know, and if you see somebody look like he's Ethiopian or Somalian, he's like hungry, he's tall, he's skinny, Pullo. Yes, that's what it is. Our DNA is very strong. You can easily say, and that's why I was saying earlier, the Habe in Fulfulde or in Fulani culture, Habe is like anything that's not Pullo. We call it Kado, Habe. So the Habe want. Like, again, I don't pretend to know everything, but what I know, I'm happy to share. What I know and what I have, I'm never stingy. You know. Actually, me mana on Jimmy Settler. Let me sing for you a song, because I like singing actually. Because singing is a music to the soul, man. Oh Allah. Yeah, full day are good. Oh man, my phone freeze again. I believe my phone is freezing again. Okay, I'm back. The phone unfroze itself. It kept overheating, so I have to put the AC on it and blow it on it so that it kind of stays. Paramina? Yeah, I'm running out of ideas, man. I've been talking for like 3 hours, I guess, on Facebook and then on YouTube. But I like these lives because they give us a chance to just talk and ask question and answer. And if you have anything that you like me to discuss, or you want to ask, please let me know. Let me know if you have videos that you want me to take a look. If you have document that you want me to look at. If you have something that you want to share with the Fulbe on my Facebook page or YouTube page, I will share it. If you have a question, like somebody the other day was asking how do you say peanuts and peanut butter in Fulfulde. Okay, so I didn't respond because I was just waiting to see if some other people are going to respond. But in Niger, peanuts, grass, what that's what the British call them. but it's peanut. Peanut is called giriji. Giriji or biriji, that's peanut. Now, the peanut butter, people don't really use, Fulbe don't do peanut butter, so they didn't create it, so they don't have a word for it, literally. We call it tiga, tiga, tiga. I think that's Bambara, Tigadige or Tigadige, that's Bambara. So we don't really have a name for that. But girigi is the nuts, the peanuts themselves. So that's my answer of that for that. And if somebody on the channel knows the name for that, yeah, Tiga is, yep, Tiga is I think it's Bambara. I mean, I think it's Bambara. I don't know why I feel like it's Bambara. From Mali and Guinea. But that's it. We had a great conversation about the eggs. Um, what do you call him? Eileen CB, see you soon is still there. LB, see you soon is still there. Um, accept requested. Remove the message. No need to remove them. Can your children, my children? Unfortunately, my kids do not speak Fulfulde. I tried. I did videos. I talked to them. Not even video, but I just tried. But it's hard. That's why I was saying when your spouse, your partner, don't speak Fulfulde, it's very hard to speak for the kid to speak Fulfulde, and that's a big error that a lot of Fulbe are doing, is marrying into other cultures, because then the kids will just speak their mother's language, and then when other culture comes and marry Fulbe, they tell the Fulbe woman to not speak Fulfulde to their kids, because it's their kids. So unfortunately not, but I still have hope. I still have hope that they will learn Fulfulde someday. Right now they only speak English, man, unfortunately. So I'm guilty. I'm guilty of what I'm preaching, you know. But my other excuse is that we don't live together. My kids are in Qatar with their mother. I'm in America, and so they speak in the language of their mother. And when I call, sometimes I try to speak Fulfulde, but it doesn't really fly with them. You know, it's hard. It's hard when you marry to an American woman, for your kid to speak Fulfulde. And I have a friend, a brother who is in the Bronx, New York. Both him and his wife, they all Fulbe from Niger. They speak Fulfulde at home. Yes, since French will get us nowhere. French will just hurt us more than do us any good. We should do like Rwanda. We should change the language. The official language of Niger should be changed from French into to English for now. I really am down for that. If they put that on the ballot, I will vote for that. If they put that on the ballot, I'll vote for that. French will get us nowhere. What was I talking about before Hakim Cisse? Hakim Cisse, you have the name of a basketball player. It's like Hakim Olajuwon. That's who you remind me. Yes, Hakim Olajuwon. I don't know if you know if you follow basketball, but this Hakim Olajuwon used to be a player with the Houston Rockets, and he was amazing. He's from Nigeria, of course. Olajuwon, Ola, anything is Nigeria. I think. So that's who you remind me. Do you play basketball? Ada Figueira basketball. Yeah. Um, exactly. He fasted just like Kyrie Irving now, right? Kyrie Irving, I think, and some other players do the same thing. Um, Next up is gone. Yeah. So I don't know, but or you play soccer. When are you playing next week? I'll come watch you play. Maybe I'll take some couple pictures for you. Are you playing next week? Do you wanna be like Kylian Mbappe? Is that the plan, or you wanna be like Freddie Adu in America? Maybe you want to take over. Yes, Amadou Hampate Ba, man, I love that man. Amadou Hampate Ba, I learned a lot from him. you know. And the thing about his books is when you're reading his book, he also writes in Fulfulde and then they translate into French or in English. So I will definitely look at videos and then do videos and just discuss what he's saying, because he also just big on tradition, like African traditions, l'Afrique traditionnelle, traditional Africa, not African traditions, but traditional Africa. He's the one who says traditionnel, un veillard qui meurt est une bibliothèque qui brûle. So he said in traditional Africa, when an old man dies, it's just like a library that burns, right? So that's Hampate Ba. Pulo Jamir Todo Ba. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Fulani Scholar episode. Yeah, we can have a whole segment of that. We can do a podcast, and I would love to interview some Fulani scholars, like people who are teaching at the university level, who can talk about Fulfulde Fulani, or who could talk about Hampateba. Maybe there's people who actually know him, who work with him. And that's the other thing. Like people like us, we need to do documentaries, we need to do videos, we need to do film about our people. About, like, you go Google on anything on Ampateba, it's like you'll find something that was filmed by French channels long time ago, and those content were filmed by French people for French people. It wasn't for us. It wasn't for us. So we have to film our own stuff, and that remind me of the what do you call it? These people in the car making fun of me. That remind me of how you call it? A saying, a proverb, African proverb that says, "As long as the lion doesn't tell his version of his own version of the story, the story of the hunt will always glorify the hunter." Right? So in this case, as long as we don't tell our story, the story of the Fulani people will always glorify other people. You understand? And we have rich stories, like heroes that lived and died, that fought the French penetration in Africa. That fought very hard. You know. So yeah, we have to tell our own stories, man. And I'm down for that. Like I said, I went to film for documentary. I went to school for documentary filmmaking. So the moment, what is the meaning of expenses? What do you mean expenses? Listen, all these calis, all this currency, this money situation, this is new to Fulbe. Fulbe, traditionally we trade, we don't buy things, we trade, we exchange. You bring the cow, you get something. You bring the chicken, you get milk. You bring, I don't know. So expenses, I don't know. We have to do researches. We have to ask the question: how do people say expense? Expense in the Fulani language has a negative connotation, because we say bonol chede. It's like wasting money. You know, we say wasting money, and also traditionally, people don't use money. So they even okay. Let me look at my map again. Yeah, so that's a good question to ask everybody, man. But I'm thinking, even if you find the meaning of expenses, is going to be something borrowed for another language, mostly maybe Arabic or some other language that is closer to. How do I make a career as a videographer? Mr. Cisse, I used to do accounting and tax claims on Wall Street. I used to work in the financial services. When I came to New York, I went to school for accounting at Brook College, the City University of New York. It's one of the best business school in New York City, after NYU and Columbia University. Baruch University, the Clean School of Business, they produce more Wall Street executive than any other school in the country. You can Google that. You can research that. I worked there about 6 years, but I have a big passion for filmmaking, for photography, videography, and the passion come from the early '90s. Like I don't have. I grew up in a village, so I don't have a picture of myself as a child, like as a baby, or even as a 5 years old, seven. I don't have a picture of me prior to what is that? 13 years old, I think. That was when I was in CZM. I mean, not even CZM. Someday, I have a picture, like a classroom, a class photo from 1987. I was 13 years old. I'm old. I'm a dinosaur. So, so for me, video, creating videos or taking photos has always been something really special because I didn't have that when I was a kid, you know. And my grandmother, you cannot take a picture of her because she doesn't want anything photo, nothing, you know. So I have that passion for telling stories and making things, like freezing stories in time, you know. I want to go back and look something. I like that. I like old people. I like talking to old people. You know, I find interest in that. Those are the kind of thing that's interesting me. I meet an old man, an old person. I'm really curious what they experience all their life. You know, so when I was working on Wall Street, you know, I bought a camera and I was taking photos and taking videos here and there. But I just loved it. And then I had a roommate who was a student at NYU Film School. You know, NYU Film School is one of the biggest film school in America. So he was a student there, and every night he's editing, and I'm doing accounting, and his stuff looked more fun than mine. His stuff, um, um, his stuff looked more fun than mine. So I was curious, and then I borrowed his. I bought an iMac computer. This is 2005, and I borrowed the software Final Cut Pro, and I put it on my computer, and started to learn editing. I bought books. I bought books at that time. There's no internet like that. I mean, there's internet, but it's damn slow, and you can hardly learn on the internet. But you have to go buy books and CDs and learn from them. They actually told me, why don't you just quit accounting school and go to film school? I said, man, I'm pullo. When I start something, I have to finish it, right? So I didn't listen to him. I went to film school. I mean, I went to accounting school, and then I graduated and then worked on Wall Street. But then it wasn't fulfilling anymore. I decided I want to go to film school. So I quit my job in New York City, and I moved to Washington, D.C., and went to George Washington University, the Documentary Institute. So I did a 7 months program there and get a graduate certification in documentary filmmaking. I worked a little bit at the Kennedy Center, you know. Yeah, that's in a nutshell how I became a videographer. I lived in Qatar, I created content there, and then now I'm back in America. I'm filming, that's what I like to do. And I hope to someday be able to create something Fulani related. That's amazing. I have good ideas. I have a lot of good ideas. And yeah, so stay tuned. You know, and if you if you're interested in videography, man, by all means, just learn it, man. Get a little camera or use your phone and just learn videography and film things, you know. And if you have questions, just ask me, because I love to teach what I know. I love to show what I know. Okay. All right. Yeah. I hope I answered that thing. Oh man. Dawning dreams. Dawning dreams. How do you say painting or art in Fulfulde? I have to get back to you on that because again, art is that really a Fulbe thing? Not really, you know. And the reason is art is not big in Fulani culture. It's really not, and I can tell you why. The reason is um, actually I cannot tell you why because like who the hell knows why. But I think Fulanis are the first to become Islamized in Africa, and even though Islam has art, in Fulani culture, a lot of time, if you're doing anything that's not working, it's like you being lazy. So you cannot take something and paint it and have fun. Your parent will tell you you're being lazy. So it's either the Quran or the cows or the working in the field, plowing the millet fields. So yeah. So art, that's really a good question. I don't know. I will ask. I don't know, but I will ask because I have the platform to ask. We have bindi. Bindi is to write. Bindle is like writing. Bindi is to write. But drawing, I don't know if you have a word for that. You know, or do you make art? What kind of art you make? I'm just curious. Yeah, what kind of art you make? Art is cool, man. Like as a videographer, I have a little bit artist in me. I also did stand-up comedy. I was telling people if you Google Sule stand-up comedy, you see my face there. Maybe you will laugh at me or you laugh with me. I don't know. Artisan, but we don't know. We have artisan, but we don't know how to say art. Okay. Um, Usually, from what I can tell you, as far as naming art in Fulfulde, we just call the thing the way it is. So we don't call art as an umbrella of art, but um, the tools, the pieces have names. You understand, like korol, like a necklace. It's an art, but it's like a necklace. So you just call it a necklace. Yango is like a bracelet, right? So we don't call it art because it's not really art. It's like how do you call it? Now I got the answer. I got your answer, my man. Don't move, Mr. Dawning Dreams. I got your answer. Why there's no word for art? Because it's not seen as art. Like in traditional full tradition, the artisan, he's not seen as an artisan. He's seen as a how you say this, man. It's like a task. It's like okay, so like I'm a herder. Somebody is like an ironsmith. The ironsmith who make the bracelet and the necklace and the iron work. He's not seen as an artisan. He's seen as like I'm talking the word. The word is escaping me, but maybe you can help me. A trade. It's like a trade. I think that's the word I'm looking for. You know, it's like a trade. So the herder is here. The ironsmith is there. The how you call the guy who work with the uh, like the spider, le tisserand, comment on dit tisserand en anglais? The weaver. The weaver is there. So those are trade, they're not seen as art. Art came with luxury. All right. You guys brought art. It's like a piece of luxury to have art. I mean, people do decorate their stuff because Fulbe, especially Fulbe Rebe, go back and look at my exit because I don't want my exit. Fulbe Rebe, they like to draw on the lawn. You know, lawn. Lawn is like canary. It's like the vase. It's like a big clay vase that people use to put water in it. But they adorn it. They draw on it. It's beautiful, rather beautiful. In that sense, you can say it's art. Or when they draw on their face, it's art. But it's not really seen as art, as far as I know. The artisan, he's like a trade. He's like, he's doing his job. Like singing is art. It's seen as art, right? Singing is art, but in traditional Fulbe culture, singing is not seen as art. It's seen as like the job of that clan, that tribe, or like that's not tribe. I don't like the word tribe, but that group. That's like the trade. It's not like an art. You understand? So I hope that helps a little bit. However, we are going. What does Nyanyal? Nyanyal is like griot. Nyanyo is like griot, like praise singing. Okay? Like when somebody, the griot who come and sing with the guitar and he's praising the lineage of your culture, like he goes from your ancestor to you and tell all the great things that your ancestors did and that you should do better and that you should be proud of who you are. That's what we call Nyanyo. Mabujo. Some people call it Mabujo. Like in Mali, they call Nyanyo. Like in Niger, most people say Mabujo. Nyanyal is like the fact of, I guess, doing that. Whenever you hear the word end with AL or E or OL, it's like the fact of doing something. Like Nyanyal is like the fact of doing Nyanyal itself. Okay. Jungle is like the fact of reading. You know, it's like the infinitive of the things. Ben, I can't believe this is 45 minutes and you guys still there. But I love you. Hakim C say you my number one fan, man. I should send you a gift card. I should send you a gift card. Um, you know, what does it mean? Okay. You thank you so much for explaining. You welcome, man. Like literally, like I have, like I grew up in my village. We have an iron smith. His name is Lunku Bilang. Lunku Bilang is one of the most interesting people I ever seen, and I knew him personally. Okay, this man, I mean, legend has it. I haven't seen the legend, but legend has it that he makes these darao. I don't know what you guys call darao. The tool that you use to plow the millet field, right? He make those, and then usually people from the village, from his village, would go to another village and they do competition, like during the rainy season to go there to farm the land. So the receiving village, the host village, they have yamal. Yamal is like they have like power, like supernatural power that they do. So the visiting village, when they're competing, as soon as they put the daraje, the tools in the sand to plow the millet, the tool break in half. All right, the part, because it's a very long stick, right? And then at the end it has like a metal piece that's like flat, and that's what they use to cut the bad herbs, the bad grass. So Lunku Bilang, I know him, I know his kid, I know his everything, I know where he lives. He will take that piece of metal, those two pieces of metal that break, and he spit on it, and then he glue it together and he give it back to the guy. It's the most amazing thing when people are talking about that. And those are the kind of African power that I want to say white people went and made it disappear so that they can take over. You understand? So that's the kind of power he has. So Lunku, why am I talking about Lunku Bilang? Lunku Bilang, the iron smith, he wasn't an artisan. He was like he was more than that. Like his job in a society is very specific, is very determined. Like this is his role. Like if he doesn't do those those daraja, if he doesn't make them he make them on a yearly basis when the rain start raining. If he doesn't make them, you cannot plow your field, and you're not gonna have food. So he's very important in the society. So his job is not just art; it's more than art. Even though he made tools that look like art that you can use and decorate your houses and your whatever. You understand? So that's how I can explain the reason why, even if there's a word for art, I don't know it, or it could be borrowed for something else. You understand? Yeah, man, bro, you made my evening. Yes, yes, Fulbe are one of the most important people that contributed to West Africa, like Islam in West Africa. This is Fulbe. They brought that when the Arab came. They gave it to the Fulbe because the Fulbe has huge knowledge. Like my brothers, I have brothers. My brother Abdurrahman, he can recite the Quran from the memory. He memorized the whole Quran. And I wasn't sent to. I was never sent to Quranic school. What I learned how to pray. What I learned by myself. It was autodidactic. Just like this video editing, I learned. Like if I put my mind to something, I learn it. You know, like the filmmaking, I learn it. The praying, the Islam thing, I learned it. But I was saying the Fulbe have good brain that when the Arab came, they teach the Fulbe. And the Fulbe learn it quicker than anybody. And that's how they can Islamize the whole Africa. You understand? Some people like that, some people don't like it. Hey, it's up for a debate. But that's what happened, man. You know? So a lot of time, one problem with Fulbe, we are very shy because we have that pride. We have that pulaku, which is like kind of killing us, you know? Because pulaku is good, but it's also really hurting us because it pushes us not to show off. Like, don't show off, you know? Don't do this, don't do that. There's just so many restrictions. And one day I'll do a video on pulaku, just explain the rule of being Pulo. It's very difficult to be Pulo. Like if you are a good Pulo, and if you follow the Pulaku, you're not even allowed to eat anywhere else on earth except at your house. You cannot be seen eating at the market. You cannot be seen eating at work. You cannot be seen eating in the bushes. You cannot be seen eating on the road. You can only eat once you get home. That's the only place you can eat. You can drink water, but even that, not so much. Let me check my GPS again if I get. Yes, we have to be passionate about our Pulo. I am Pulo, I'm in America, and I'm proud to show my fulfillment, because if I don't do it, nobody's going to come and do it at my place. And so Fulbe are very shy and they just die with their knowledge. They don't share it. And I make it my mission to share what I know. That's it. I'm not saying share something you don't know. Share what you know. Share what you like and share what you don't like. You know, and dawning dreams. If you learn the word for art in Fulfulde, please let me know, and then I will blast it on social media. We all will know from now on, and the kid who will come, even in 100 years, will know the name of art in Fulfulde because of you, drawing dreams. And that's what it's all about. Yeah. I made your day. You made my day too, because this is the first time I'm trying this YouTube live thing. I never tried it, but I'm trying it because I have a long trip to Cleveland, and then I said, let me just talk to whoever is out there. Maybe you can have some interesting conversation. You know? Yeah, man. I appreciate it. So yeah, so that's what it is. We have to take advantage of whatever tools we have and tell our language, share our culture. Again, like the saying says is, as long as the lion doesn't tell its version, the story of the hunter will always glorify the hunter, because the hunter will come home and brag to his wives and to his family, to his brothers and sisters, and say, "Man, I killed the lion. Man, I did this to the lion." The lion never get a chance to talk. So as long as we don't tell our part, our version, the story of the food, we will always glorify whoever tells the story. It could be a cattle, it could be a tobacco, it could be an Asa, it could be some Jewish guy. But we have to tell our own story because we know ourselves better than anybody else. If I have a feel like the feeling I can like, okay, let me take it to another level, man. Feelings are somewhat related to language. I can choose to feel Fulani. I can bring up my Fulani feelings and feel some pride and something that I cannot experience in any other language, in any other thing. You understand? So if you know your Fulfulde, you can experience something that you could not have experienced if you didn't learn the Fulfulde. If you can sing in Fulfulde, you can experience some fear that you cannot experience if you sing in Little Wayne's song, right? Right? If you sing the Money Back Yo, if you sing what's his name? What's this guy? Pop Smoke, right? If you sing Pop Smoke or whoever, Drake, you're not gonna experience the same thing if you can sing in Fulfulde. You know? I can sing who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning. Now I'm yawning, crocodiling, wiping cold on my eyes. See who this paging me and why. But the feeling is different when I take it. I say, "Eh, Jaho, Sawadia de Someto Yade, Minosal Minajo, Lambodejo, Jumbo Korombal." I feel it in my bones, man. I feel it in my bones. I swear to God. It may not say even something much, but the tone. If I listen to uh, Ali Farka Toure, I listen to Umu Sangare, she has some tone, or Ina Baba Kulbali. Gidam bandolo buru, gidam bendore, wadi bago bandolo buru, olonata bulani iga, se ayoro, se nyande ay finari. So that whole thing, it says a lot. It says the culture, it says the place, the geographical place, the feelings, the pride, the whole thing in one song. It's not like, yo, I got this and I got that. I can feel it. I mean, I like it. I listen to hip hop. Don't get me wrong. I like my hip hop. I like my hip hop. I used to listen to back then, Ho Didn't Want Me, Now I'm Hot, Ho's on Me, all that. But the song, when I sing my old Fulful the song, man, I can even get tears, I swear to God. Could do a video on non classes in like middle. Yes, hard in there. Yes, do. Yes, I think I did something like that. Cisse. I think I did something like that. But I can do it again, man, because the space, the form is unlimited. It's a lot. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot to cover. The platform is unlimited, so it's never full. And I can talk, and I don't mind talking. So yeah, I can do it again. And that's a good thing. Like if you can pinpoint me, because I'm not really a teacher by training. I was never trained to be a teacher, but I like to teach. I like to share what I know. Train to teach, but I think I can teach. And the reason I can teach is because I learned so many different languages. So I know how to learn. And if you know how to learn, you can know how to, you can teach how to learn, or you can teach, So I speak 5 different languages, easy, right? If you speak 5 different languages, you learn 5 different languages because you know how to learn 5 different languages. And if you know how to learn 5 different languages, you know how to teach a language. Yeah. But if you can pinpoint, because I don't know what's important to the people who are watching. If you can help me out, yeah, I would appreciate that. You know, yeah, man, it's awesome, man. I think we had a good conversation. What languages do I speak? Zabarma. Aigwan Zermseni. Aigwan Zermseni. Okay, let's go back from age 0. When I was born, age 0, I didn't speak anything. By age 7, I was speaking only Fulfulde. I learned Fulfulde. I speak only Fulfulde until I was 7 years old. When I started going to school, elementary school in Harobanda, Niger, that's when I started learning Zerma. Zerma. In middle school, I knew some friends who speak Hausa, so I catch Hausa here and there. So I can somewhat speak some Hausa. Kadan kadan. Shuya. Okay. And then after that, French. Okay, they beat me to learn French, man. In elementary school, where I used to go in my elementary school in the 80s, if you pronounce a French word wrong, you get beaten. And one day until my blood come out of my back, like my shirt has blood because I didn't pronounce the damn French word correctly. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. It's miserable. So they call it dictation. And dictation is like, okay, they show you a paragraph. It's like maybe 2 paragraphs about something. You study it, you learn it today, and then 2 days later, the teacher will read it and you have to write it down. And if you make one mistake on the word, and the mistake could be just you put an S or you put double L instead of one L, man, you get bitten. So that's how I learned French. C'est comme ça que j'ai appris la langue de Molière et de Verlaine et de Baudelaire, Charles Baudelaire. I love Charles Baudelaire. Actually, he's a French poet. He's amazing. I love him. So that's how I learned French. And then after that, in middle school, you start learning English. And then I came to America and I kind of somewhat perfected my English. But before coming to America, I was in Algeria. I learned a little bit of Arabic and Amazigh language, the languages of the people who were in North Africa before the Arab came there. It's called Amazigh. So I learned a little bit of that. And then I live in Qatar and I continue learning a little bit of Arabic. So I cannot claim I speak Arabic, but I can understand some of it. MashaAllah. Ma fi mushkila. And then that's where I learned that a lot of fulfill the word also come from Arabic. All right. So that's it. That's it. So fulfulde, Zerma, a little bit of Hausa, French, and English. I guess 4 languages, right? If you add Arabic, I also did German. I did 3 years of German in Algeria. I learned German for 3 years. So sprechen Sie Deutsch? Ich spreche ein wenig Deutsch. Ich kam aus Niger. Ich heiße Suleiman. Wie heißen Sie? So that's German. I learned that. I'm butchering it, but I did do some German. I said I can easily learn languages, so I can teach languages, even though I don't have training per se. Yeah, and I rest my case, and it's been 1 hour. So I think if unless you have a question, I think 1 hour is good for this very first lovely YouTube. Let me see how much time I have before I have a question. If not, I love you mucho. I swear to God. Hakim Sise, you're my number one fan. I said I'll send you a gift card. Nah, I'm not saying that on camera. Don't quote me for that. But yeah, I think it's good actually. I can go ahead and make phone calls and continue my journey to the hotel and stay in touch. Assalamu alaikum, Bandirabeam. I will do the video, Hakim, inshallah. I'll do the video. Did you ever ask your parents why they name you Hakim? Because it's very uncommon for Fulbe to put Hakim. Maybe they lived in what do you call it? They lived in Arabic speaking countries. Ajarama, flex up. Yeah, you should ask them, man. It's always be curious, man. Always ask them until you annoy them. Like be like that curious man who would be annoying, but who would never be ignorant. You know. So just ask them, bombard them with questions about your origin, because one day your kid will ask you, and you would be like, "What? Oh, I forgot to ask my dad." You don't want to be in that situation, man. Akim say, "Okay, they wanted to name me my brother Hassan and Hussein. Okay, so what's your brother's name? Hakim and what? That's cool, man. You know how Suleiman. Suleiman, of course, Sule. Okay, in full, because again, full they're very influenced by Islam, so it's like an order, right? The firstborn is usually Ahmad or Hamad or Mamadu. Okay, I think it's then there's Abu Bakr, and then there's Umar, and then Yer or something like that. So it may be slightly different, but definitely the firstborn is always Hamad. That's why you see a lot of Hamadu in Fulani culture. You know, it's like instead of using junior, because you cannot attach the word junior next to the name of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You cannot do that. So yeah, so it's like the order in the family. You get your name depending on what order you came. So I didn't really need to ask my parent was Suleiman, but I was named after Prophet Suleiman, who had the power to control all animals. Like he can hear animals, he could talk to animals, and I like that about that. So yeah, that's cool. And I gotta make sure. On the jump. For me, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Uno segundo. See, I didn't mention Spanish. I work in a restaurant in New York City, so I know uno segundo, por favor, para llevar para aquí. ¿Qué pasó? Muy bien. Todo bien. Your grandpa, Amadou Boubacar Cisse. Amadou Boubacar Cisse. Is it the Amadou Boubacar Cisse that I know? Politicien? Ou bien was he a banker? C'est un banquier, n'est-ce pas? As for me, I have no one to ask because my father, who's Fulani, is already dead. Allahu Akbar. How about uncles? Did you have uncle, or you don't have anybody? My name is Rashid. Okay, so Hakim and Rashid. Okay, that's cool. Those are cool names, man. Those are cool names. But yeah, man, you would be surprised. You'd be surprised by with what asking can help you find. But the fact that I'm talking to Sule Mutalib. The fact that your Pullo, your father is Pullo, you don't speak Fulfulde, it's already enough, because if and then you're gonna be curious and you're gonna know more. And the more you know, the better you will feel. Trust me. The more you know, the better you will feel. Because each step will bring something big in your life. Yeah. So on my father's side. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, not awesome, but you know what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean. Suleiman, yeah, Suleiman, yeah. Suleiman is the prophet Suleiman. He could talk to animals, man. He could talk to them, they could talk to him. That was his specialty. That was his specialty. Well, I'm in beautiful. My mother moved to Ghana. Okay. Hakim, both your parents are Fulbe or no? Or was it only your father that is Pulo? Hey, Jehovah. Papa was an agricultural engineer. He didn't work in politics. Okay. I'm sure my maybe my family knows him. Abubakar Sisi. Okay. Abubakar Sisi. I know another Pulo who work in agriculture, but he was a Borado. He actually used to live. He studied in America. He went to university in Utah, and then he went back to Niger in the 90s. But he's Pulo Dakoro, so I don't think it's. But his name is Abubakar also, I think. But I don't think he's a Cisse. I don't think he's a Cisse. I can understand Guinea Fulani a little bit, like maybe 50, more than 50%. So usually, let me say it this way: it depends on what they're talking about, you know. So if they're talking about, it depends on the topic. There's some certain topic when they're talking about, I don't know what they're saying. I can know the topic. I know they're talking about travel, or I know they're talking about food, or I know they're talking about cars. I know what they're talking about, but I don't know exactly what they're saying. You understand? So it's hard in that way, you know. Mustafa Sise. I don't know. I don't know the name. I don't know. I don't know. But I will ask around. I mean, I will ask. I'll ask. Maybe my brothers know them. Yeah, I'm sure he knows my older brother. My older brother is Isufu Umaru. He used to work at the Ministère de l'Enseignement Supérieur, and a lot of people know him. Yeah, a lot of people know him. So there we go. Am I going in here? Okay, guys. Again, I love you mucho, but this is it. Peace and love and unity. And this